All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about something really powerful, really foundational, God's grace and mercy.
Big topic.
It is a big topic, yeah. And we actually have this excerpt from a text that we're going to be looking at and kind of dissecting a bit today. It's all about experiencing this grace that God offers and how it plays out in our lives. And I don't know about you, but I think about this all the time, grace and mercy. How do those actually work? What are they all about?
Yeah, no, it's one of those things, right? Like it's so central to faith, but sometimes it feels kind of like, wow, that's a lot to unpack, right?
Totally, totally. And this text, it starts out with a verse from Psalm 32.1. It says, "Blessed are those whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered." Like right off the bat, that's pretty powerful imagery, right?
Yeah, I mean, just think about that for a second. Forgiven, covered. It's like, phew, okay, like a clean slate.
Oh, yeah, totally. Like a weight just lifted off your shoulders.
Exactly. And I think that feeling, that feeling of relief and lightness, that's tied directly to God's mercy. I mean, think about it. We all mess up. We all fall short
Right,
every day.
yeah.
And the natural consequences of that, if we were just left to our own devices, not pretty.
Nope, not pretty at all.
But God in his mercy, he offers something totally different. He says, nope, I'm not going to hold that over you. I'm going to forgive.
It's like he's stepping in and saying, look, I see where you messed up, but it's all right. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's move forward. He's offering this lifeline, this incredible chance to start fresh.
And that's where grace kicks in, right?
Boom. You got it. Mercy clears the board, wipes the slate clean. And then grace empowers you. It gives you the strength to change, to actually become better,
Yeah.
to grow.
Okay, so it's not just about being forgiven, but about being transformed.
Exactly. And this text, it really emphasizes Jesus as like the ultimate embodiment of that kind of transforming grace. I mean, his whole life, his death, the resurrection, it's all about bringing us back to God, making things right.
Yeah, totally. Reconciliation. It's like he's saying, I love you this much, I'm willing to shoulder the burden of your mistakes, bridge that gap between us.
Powerful, isn't it?
It is. It really makes you think about how much he loves us,
Yeah.
And how we don't deserve that grace at all. And it makes me think, how can we ignore a gift like that? How can we not let it change how we live?
That's the million-dollar question, right? But this text, it reminds us that understanding that kind of love, that depth of love, it should inspire us to reflect it, to show it in our own actions. It's about, giving that same forgiveness, that same mercy and grace to others, even when it's tough.
Okay, so putting those concepts into practice, showing that compassion and forgiveness to other people, even, I guess, when they might not, quote unquote, deserve it, right?
Exactly, yeah. And that's where it gets real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy to talk about grace and mercy, but living it, that's where the real transformation happens. It's about breaking that cycle of judgment and offering kindness instead, even to those who might have hurt us.
And, the text also mentions that we can kind of tap into that grace, that power, through prayer, reflection, spending time reading scripture, actively seeking that connection with God.
Yeah, totally. It's about opening ourselves up, right, to God's presence. And honestly, the more we understand his grace and mercy, the better equipped we are to, share it with others.
This has been a really powerful deep dive. It's not just about knowing what those words mean, grace and mercy. It's about letting them change us from the inside out, and then letting that change flow outwards, impacting those around us.
Yeah, I love that. It's like this beautiful cycle. And I want you to think about this as you go through your day. How can you be an example of God's grace and mercy? What small act of kindness or forgiveness can you offer? Even something tiny can make a difference.
That is such a great thought to carry with us. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.